Hey, everybody. How are you doing out there in internet land? Hopefully you are keeping safe, and I hope that you are well. Please let me know if you can hear me, if I'm coming in loud and clear, and if you can see the screen that says My Local Agency Mastermind, 5 quick win strategies to help businesses. Give me a little love in that good old question box if you can hear me. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully everyone is well. Let me know where you're calling in from too. This is a different type of a call today. We got Johnny from Las Vegas. Man, I heard that casinos, like the places that all the revenue are made and they never shut down. I heard casinos are shutting down, man. Don's in San Diego. We got Canada. What's up? Sandy's in the house. Hey, JB. What's up, Keith? We got Mike and Stuart. Fletcher's here. We got the main crew here. It's a party now, folks. It's a party. We got Brian says all good. Ryan says he's been in for a week. Yeah, I know, man. It's okay to get some sun too. Like I know everyone's like, we got to be quarantined, which is great, right? You got to be away from people to prevent sickness and all that. But it's okay to step outside, get a little sun. It's healthy for you. It's good for your immune system. So hopefully everyone is doing well, and I pray your families and yourself are strong and healthy. So that is great. Good stuff. Loud and clear. We got New Zealand, Oregon, Washington, Utah. A lot of people on the call here. So this is cool. This is cool. Really quick, I want to just go over just to preface what this call is about, why we're here. Some of you all haven't seen. I'm looking at names I haven't seen in a while, and I'm glad you're here. We have a mastermind. It's called what you see on the screen, My Local Agency Mastermind, also known as MLAM or MLAM, some of our members call it. And this is a private group that we get together every Thursday and we talk business, we talk strategy, we talk marketing, we do brainstorming, we go over what's working now approaches. And in the state of what is going on right now with the coronavirus, a lot of people are panicking, right? And I know it's like a ripple effect. It doesn't just affect one industry or one pocket. Like this is affecting all industries across the board. It's affecting families. And I wanted to get on this call just to let you know that there is some light at the end of this tunnel, and you don't need to hunker down somewhat and just wait it out, because there's things that you can do right now to be proactive, to position yourself to go out and get business and get clients. So I open this call up to our entire community, and that's why you're here. So we're going to go over a lot of good value today. You're probably going to have a lot of light bulb ideas as well. And being that a lot of what we're going to talk about does apply to multiple businesses, but a lot of what we'll share today has to do with restaurants. I was like, you know what? You know what would be really, really fitting? That as we go over this training today, I want to bring on some of my good friends and business partners in this space, which is Alicia and Lorette Little. So right now, Alicia is here with us, and she's going to be going over some strategies once I'm done as well on things that they're doing to pivot and help their clients, because they work with a lot of restaurants too. So it's going to be a super, super valuable call. But Alicia, are you here? Are you here, my friend?
Yes, I am, Jason. How are you?
Awesome, doing well. I'm pumped. I'm glad you were able to be here and to jam with our crew today, and I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm ready.
Yeah, well, good stuff.
Yeah.
And these webinars, Alicia, like we do on Thursday, I mean, they're real hang loose, value driven. So like, you know, if you want to come in with input or, you know, 2 cents, that's totally fine. It won't throw me off. So we just have a good time. If there's any like questions you see or Joe, because Joe's here with us as well. If you all see any questions as I keep going, that it's like, hey, what about this? Like, feel free to just stop me and we can kind of go from there.
Sounds good. I got my paper and pen out, ready to take notes.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. And as always, my partner, Mr. Joe, the goat farmer, is here. Joe, say hi to the folks before we get rolling, please.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, this self-imposed quarantine was built for me. I'm out in the middle of the backwoods, hunkered down with freezers of meat, ready to go. Haven't ate my goats yet.
You know what? Hey, you gotta keep the goats safe.
Yeah, you gotta do that. People may wonder what on your slide it says My Local Agency Mastermind. If you don't mind, because there's some questions about that, just real briefly, can you tell the folks without, we're not selling it to them, but I'm just let them know what that's about in case people are curious.
Yeah. So it is a private mastermind group designed for local consultants. And we take it further than just a course, as an example. So we provide a lot of actionable strategies and trainings to get clients and in different niches. We provide all of our core softwares, almost like a bundle, if you will, like a bundle deal. So there's appointment reminder software, there's our contact reach software that does VIP clubs and loyalty and coupons, and a lot of neat updates that our core members only have in our mastermind. We have Prospect Reach, which is our cold email and lead scraper. We have Birthday Club, and we have some other softwares that are private only to our community. So we provide tools, resources, and then ongoing education just to support you, because we know this journey can kind of be lonely, especially when you're doing it on your own. So we've been doing this for a long time. Before my local agency mastermind, it was called the Thursday Think Tank, and then we kind of evolved that. So we've been having private communities for the last 5.5 years. So that's what it's about. And it's if you
love it. It gives us the focus, to focus on what we want to focus on, which is you guys. And for all those members that are here in our regular Thursday group that's meets every Thursday, I thank you to the bottom of my heart. I love focusing on your businesses and helping you guys thrive and survive and grow. So it's been an awesome journey so far. I'm looking forward to this year.
Love it, man. All right, let's get rolling. And by the way, like if you haven't heard of it, it's because it's only whenever we do open enrollment or private invitation. So we can talk about that, towards the end of the call if you have any questions on that. So anyhow, let's get rolling, folks. So we got a lot of content to cover, and I'm pumped. All right, so what we're going to go over today is some quick win strategies to help businesses amidst the coronavirus. And the agenda is I'm going to go over 5 key services you can provide to businesses right now. I'm going to go over actionable methods to build a relationship with local businesses and really position yourself to get more clients, right? And this is really key here. All right, and I'll go over that and what I mean by positioning yourself. And then the most valuable right now angle to help restaurants. And this is an area that Elise and I are going to kind of jam on a little bit once we get to that point. And then something brand new that I'm working on in the midst of everything that's going on that's going to really position you. And I was hesitant to even provide this, but towards the end of this call, like I'll touch on that. And it's really exciting. It's some fun stuff that will allow you to get multiple businesses on board all at once. This goes hand in glove with a method I taught on a while ago called the Total Talent Takeover. So just stick around for it. All right. So it's going to be a fun call today. But as you've seen, like everyone is panicking. And rightfully so, right? I mean, the news doesn't help. The radio station and TV doesn't help. Social media especially doesn't help. So like the sentiment right now is, how long is this thing gonna last? And do I just sit back right now until it's all over to get back in the driver's seat, right? And that's pretty much on the forefront of our mind, right? Even restaurants, like especially, I know there's so many industries that have really been affected, but I know in our community, we teach a lot on restaurants. I know Alicia and Lorette in their community, they teach a lot on restaurants as well. And I'm telling you, like, is some small business owners, especially the local person, like if they're not already out of business, some of them are close to it. Like I called some of my clients the other day, and one of them I talked to in particular, I just asked, I was like, what are you gonna do? Because he's like a good friend now, like went from a client to like really a good friend. He's like, Jason, I don't know. So we put together some strategies, and we're implementing them right now. And some of those things that we're doing, I'll be sharing with you on this call. And that's what really sparked me to do a call like this, to say, hey, there's things that you can do right now for your clients or to position yourself to get clients. So there's really 2 perspectives you can have. You can either wait it out, right? That's the reactive position, or you can be proactive about it and do something about it, right? So this is not the time to binge watch on Netflix. I know it seems tempting because that's what everyone is doing, but don't do it, right? Because you have to think to yourself that whenever there's times of desperation, whenever there's times of concern and issue, there's always opportunity. Whenever problems exist, there's always opportunity on the other side of that. Like this is the time to double down and sharpen your skills. This is the time to position yourself, to put yourself in a position to get more clients and to build those relationships so you can have more business on the other side of this, right? And that's why you're here on this call. So I commend you. Like, you should pat yourself on the back. Like, don't just think it, but actually do it. Actually pat yourself on the back because you're doing something about it by just being here. So this is truly the best time to offer help and build relationships with businesses. Like, this is the best time. I'm so pumped about this. So what can you do? What can you do? And I'm going to go over a few services, or 5 services that you can provide. And this is going to give you, this call is going to be more of a, I'm going to give you some actionable strategies, but you're going to come off this call with a lot of ideas. So the way I want you to think about this is, as I go over some of these areas, just try to write these down, you know, maybe take screenshots, maybe take little notes on it. And of course we'll have a replay, but then you want to say, okay, what seems like an area that I would like to dig my heels in, so to speak, and move in that direction? Because I'm going to throw a lot at you, but just know that you can do all of them, and it may lead to a little bit of overwhelm, or you can just say, you know what, 1 or 2 of these sounds good, and I'm going to help businesses in this manner. All right. So the first service that you can do is updating listings, like to help businesses update their listings, because a lot of businesses right now, they've either limited their hours, they've restricted their hours, or they've closed their doors. And consumers, you know, like you and I, we still need to eat, right? We still want to know which businesses are open and which businesses are not. And we don't want to just get out of our house because we're supposed to be quarantined right now, and only to go to a place and be disappointed. So Google actually sent this out, and this went out to the business owners that have Google My Business listing. And these are the 3 things that they're recommending they do, is to update their business hours, right? To update their description right now to reflect any recent changes, and then to even create a post, like timely post for their business, which if you are not aware of, you can actually do post on Google, on Google My Business listing that will show in the search results. So these are all things that you can help a business do right now, because if you think about what they're going through psychologically, this is the least thing on their mind, right? And you can be someone that can come in and help them and say, hey, I know you have a lot going on right now. I would like to help you with this. And some of these things, as far as updating their hours or description, you can do that for free, folks. You can do that for free. You don't even have to charge for that, just to help them with it. You know, this is how a post looks, you know, below their Google listing, and this is how it shows, right? So these are simple things that you can do just to get in the door to help them. And then while you update their business hours, it can lead to additional things like, well, what are you doing on social media? How are you communicating with them in that regard? And this is just a really, really good way to get in the door and start to build relationships. Who's already started doing that? Who's already started doing that? Because you should, like right now. So what we've done, we actually just deployed this campaign as of this morning, so I'll let you know the results. So our software, Prospect Reach, we're able to scrape leads. So we scraped a location, and I think it produced like 300 plus leads in location we scraped. Sent out a simple email, not even a selling email. The email basically said, we understand that you all are going through a lot right now. I'm simply offering to help. Do you need help updating your listings as far as hours and information about your business? Just a simple email with a question. So it seems very personal. So you can do this manually by reaching out to businesses, or you can leverage software to launch a campaign and do it at scale, right? And we of course have an angle that's going to lead to more business, but that's kind of how you can start the conversation there. But even if you don't have Prospect Reach, a software, you don't need any software to do this. Like, simply just be a friend, like be someone that is providing the value, position yourself as that expert, as that person that's willing to help during this time of need, and just help them with this. And they'll appreciate it. And that can lead to a call, and then you can lead to additional things that we're going to go over. Cool? So service number 2 that you can do right now is updating their menu, right? So right now, this is extremely important because a lot of these businesses, especially restaurants, they're having to pivot, because since no one's coming in a lot of these restaurants, right, it's only going to get worse, then they're doing other alternatives such as a limited menu with curbside pickup or takeout. So a lot of restaurants are modifying their menus so they can crank out food quicker, so it's more efficient from a logistical standpoint. but they need to update their menu on their listing. They need to update their menu on their social media. So they need to update it on their listings, such as Google My Business and Yelp, and even on Facebook as well. And then on their website too. And this is all temporary, but you still have to think about it. Like, it's not like, even though a lot of things have shut down, the world hasn't shut down. People are still eating. People are still needing this information for a business, and they want to make sure it's still accurate. So this is so important right now. If you did not know, on Google, you can actually add a menu tab. Did anyone know that? Did you know you can add a menu tab on Google? A lot of restaurants still don't do this, and they don't even know about it. Even for service-oriented businesses, you can add a tab to simply just put that menu on Google without even needing an interactive online menu. So at bare minimum, you can offer to help them with this just on the Google side. And then you can start to even post that on social media as well. Cool. So the next thing I want to go over, service you can provide, are communication services. And there's a few that are within this category. So, but the overarching theme is communication. So right now, more than ever, customer assurance to make sure to get in front of the community, so the customers of these businesses feel like they are assured that they're taking the proper measures during this time, and social updates are so critical. So critical. I know, Alicia, we talked about this the other day. I know you say you work with a lot of organizations like banks and whatnot, and you were saying that things are crazy around the office just because of all the things they need. If you could touch on that for a quick moment.
Yeah,
Cool.
and we've even proactively gone out to our clients, to the local businesses, and said, hey, you need to get in front of this and put out what your business is doing. And it's that, in addition to them coming up to us, our budgets have tripled for some of these clients. So they're spending a lot more and wanting a lot more updates and customer assurance to be out there. So this is one of the busiest times that I can ever remember in our agency. It's right now.
Wow. And you said budgets have tripled. So like, are they wanting more like social posting around the clock, or like
Yep.
advertising for the posting? Like, what have you seen?
So we just hired a new person in our office today to do what we call engagement. So that every time someone comments on one of the posts they put up, they want someone there right away responding to those comments, answering their inbox messages. That customer assurance that you talked about is what, in fact, I'm writing that word down because I've never called it that before. So I'm going to write that down. It's a good word for it, but that's what we're doing. So we call it engagement. So we charge for that, obviously, because it's a person that has to do the responding. And then there's posts that we're putting up to talk about if the business is open or if it's closed or if it's only open for delivery and what the updates are. So, I mean, for some businesses, we're posting 3 or 4 times a day on the updates, on how customers can get in touch with them. And for all of them, it's working. So, for example, the one customer that we have, our biggest customer, we're putting a lot of updates out there, and the responses in the comments are just, it shows so much goodwill. Like, thanks for the tips, thanks for the updates, wow, you guys are doing a really good job staying in contact with us. So I'm encouraging you guys that if you have customers that, and this applies to all businesses that need updates put on their page, go back to them with either just do it if it's part of your contract, or go back to them with a proposal and saying, here's what I propose. This is what I went and I looked at what Verizon was doing, Jason, and how they were putting updates and videos were coming from their CEO and that sort of stuff. So our proposal was actually, one of them was actually based off of what Verizon was doing. And it was for an insurance company, and they took it and said, yes, how much do you need to get this done?
That's amazing. And and the thing about that is, it's kind of like that. I maybe maybe messing up the word, but is what I've recently heard it called what similar others do. But basically, everyone does what everyone else is doing. And right now, like the thing to do, which makes sense, is companies are sending out these memos. Like I've received more
Yes.
emails from businesses I didn't even know I was on, their email list, and I haven't heard from them in years. Right?
Yes.
But it's because that's what everyone is doing now. So because they're in that mode of I got to communicate, doesn't it make sense that they're going to be very receptive to you saying, "Hey, do you need help with updating your people on social media and getting in front of the community?" Like, to me, it just makes sense. So like, everyone should be doing it, like Alicia said. Like, everyone should be reaching out. So if you do any type of social, or even considered, doing social, like, reach out to them. They need the help right now. So I appreciate that insight, Alicia. Thank you.
Sure.
Really good. So I'm gonna go here to a question box really quick. I see some input. Michael said, yeah, restaurants are especially hit hard. I had over 30 businesses yesterday call to close down their internet accounts. Good grief. All Ohio is all takeout. Let's see here. When you send emails through Prospect Reach, do you send emails without addressing them by name? I do. I mean, if you have them, you can, but you can just have in the very beginning, just saying, hey, my name's Jason. I was just reaching out to see if I could help in any way. I mean, it comes off sincere. But depending on what you're doing for the prospecting, we will determine if you need to use like first name basis. But you just want to make sure your email comes off sincere. That's the main thing. Regina says, I got a call from a client needing their menu done ASAP. Yes, they need it right now. Because a lot of them are having to pivot. If they're not closing their doors and they're still open, they're pivoting, and they're going to pivot with a modified menu. So just offer to help, be a good steward, offer to help. Brad said, will we need their Google login? Well, to do the updates on Google, they would just have to add you on the account to be able to manage it. And it's very simple to do. I mean, you can just look that up on Google or YouTube, and it's super simple. Let's see here. Can we get this PowerPoint deck and use it? Yeah, I'll actually provide this in the members area from LAN members. Let's see here. Yeah, so I see questions, Alicia, about like what do you charge and all that. I don't know if you want to get into that, because I think she does this you all for a lot of her existing clients. So I mean, I wouldn't use this as a barometer for like right now what to go out and charge, so.
Right. So for what you're calling customer assurance, which we're calling, crisis management with inbox and comments. So we're charging $8.97 a month to answer inbox message and comments. So, and you can just hire someone in the Philippines or a stay-at-home mom to do that, and that's what we're charging for that. And we have one person that does multiple clients throughout the day. And then the proposals that I put out there, it just really depends. I'll have to send you maybe a pricing sheet, but the proposals we send out there for doing different things, and Jason knows Lorette and I do this a lot, but so if somebody, we're suggesting that you get animated videos describing, what's going on with your business, that sort of stuff. We'll just get someone to do it on Fiverr for, a small price, and we'll triple it and sell that to our students. So pricing really does depend. But like Lorette is charging $500 for social posting to keep your page updated with what's going on, and that's for a 30-day period. So, that's for a small business. That can kind of be a barometer for what to charge.
Yeah,
but it really depends. And then we know some people who are doing it as a great foot in the door strategy. So they're saying, we can do this for you, and then charging for it later after this is over, type of thing.
Good, thank you. Awesome. Let's see here. All right. All right, so I see some questions, and we're gonna go over those in just a moment here. I see some, how do we become LAN members? All right, cool. Let's keep rolling here. So I see some questions that we'll answer in just a bit. This is good. This is good. All right. So that's social updates and customer assurance. And then another thing you can do is, and this is within the vein of communication, is Facebook ads. Like, I know that may seem counterintuitive, but it's really not if you think about the context in which you would do it. So you can advertise the new options on how restaurants are pivoting. So as an example, a lot of them are moving to curbside, right? A lot of them are doing takeout. So it's important that a business can get that information out to the community. And for those of you who may not be aware of this, were you aware that you can do click to call ads? Like, you can do ads that are simple image and a button that is advertised on mobile only, so people can actually call the business. And this is a way that you can get their phone ringing because they need it right now. So without having to know how Facebook ads work, without having to do any type of, unique, robust targeting and campaign budget optimization and split testing, let me tell you how simple it is. You do an awareness ad, you put this ad 5-10 mile radius around their business, you have a good image, and you say what we say right here in this text: offering takeout and curbside, place your order. Like, you can help a business do this right now. Many of them don't even know this. A lot of them don't even know how to boost a post. So the businesses that have pivoted, right? I'm using that word pivot as in they have to do takeout or delivery or curbside. It's important that your pitch is basically saying, hey, I've seen that, you've had to transition. I would like to help you get the word out so you can drive more revenue, more sales, get more phone calls. And they say, sure, how can you help? Well, here's what we're going to do. All right. And what you can do, this is just a tip here, is, has anyone ever heard of the Facebook Hub? Have you seen that, where you can actually make you can make mock-ups, the Facebook Creative Hub? Have you seen that? Let me see here. Do you know about that? Okay, yes. So what you can do here is go to business.facebook ads.creative hub, and you can actually create a mock-up. So you see right here, I'm just going to go through this pretty quick. You can create a mock-up ad to show a business how their actual ad would look if you were to advertise it on their page, just so they can have a visual demonstration, right? And so you're able to do all of that here. You can put the click to call buttons here. Like in this case, we could say we want to change this to get offer. You can change the image or add a unique image here. So let's say, let me see one that I have that looks like food. Okay, so maybe you wanted to advertise this pizza, right? And let them know that there's curbside, and takeout. Call us, right? And you can actually do this, and then you can, modify your button. You can have a call us now button and whatnot. You see all those different types here, and you can just simply take a screenshot of it, and you could show them what it would look like. Like, this is really, really powerful. It's simple, but it's powerful because a lot of times you start talking about Facebook ads and all of this, they don't get it, but they do understand a visual image. They do understand I can help you get more calls. Does that make sense, folks? Is that helpful? Right? These are simple strategies that you can do for prospecting and to get business. All right. This is what I do often while prospecting. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. All right, so let's keep rolling here. Yeah, the main thing is, like, you don't want to complicate stuff. Like, keep things simple, right? Along that vein of communication, like, it's very, very imperative for a business to have a list. Like, right now, more than ever. And, this is something that we preach in our community a lot, talking about VIP clubs and being able to reach customers, to create business on demand, to have a communication channel. Most businesses, this is from our experience, and stats point to this as well, Majority of businesses have no way to communicate with their customers whenever they want to. The extent of what a lot of them do is, well, we got a Facebook page, and they think all of their 1,000 fans, whenever they put a post, reaches all 1,000, but we know it's like less than 2%, but I digress. So they need a way to communicate. So it's important that they have this right now. So, this is a message I got yesterday. Curbside and pickup, all available. Mr. Gatti's Pizza, right? So they're leveraging their communication channel to drive more business during this time of crisis. Here's one from Denny's. Delivery fees waived now through 4/12. Contactless delivery available. I actually got that today. That's kind of interesting here. That's a good one. And then I got this from a place I haven't heard of in so long. It's a wing place. Thank you for being you. 15% off appreciation. So where's the opportunity here, like right now? It can either be reaching out to a business and saying, hey, I would like to help you with your communication if you have any type of a customer list to drive more sales, right? I would like to help you with your communication to run a Facebook ad to drive more deliveries, right? So those are two things. I would like to help you with communication with your customer assurance. So these are all areas that you can provide. And then how you can leverage with the software Contact Reach for those that have it is you can take the offers that they're doing as they're pivoting, for instance, like join our VIP loyalty club and get a free slice on your first takeout. And then you can leverage that to get them to join the club, to give a coupon in return, get a coupon in return. You can capture their data. And now the business is in a position to build a list. So what I'm saying is leverage the areas as to where they're pivoting at, right, as a means to build a list if they don't have anything in place. You can help them with this right now, okay? Is this helpful? Please give me a little bit of feedback. Is this helpful so far? I know we're kind of rapid firing this stuff, but is this having any light bulbs go off? Are you getting any good ideas today of where you can help businesses at? Good stuff. Yes, indeed. Position yourself, take out. This is awesome. I just needed this. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, let's keep rolling here. We got some more. If you like this, then you'll love that, right? Let's keep going. All right, so the next service is chatbots. So, and we have some bot experts on the call here, but this is, if there's ever a time, like it's now. And again, it goes down that vein of communication and customer assurance. People are in a state of panic. They're reaching out to businesses and saying, are you open? Are you closed? What are your hours? Don't you think those are things that could probably be automated? Don't you think those are areas that could free up customer service? Don't you think those are areas when there's limited staff because there's limited hours that this could really, really be helpful as a way to help, to kind of keep that customer assurance, that customer service high? Absolutely, right? Google, this is straight from Google. I got this email yesterday. He said, we're working on with state and local governments to develop chatbots to help overtasked agencies respond more quickly to citizen requests. But take that a step further, right? Google can't possibly help all of these organizations, but you can. And it's not just like the state, it's not just like the government places. I mean, the opportunity here is to set up chatbots for companies such as banks, community organizations, help with streamlining the communication, answering FAQs that people keep asking. Like Alicia already touched on the fact that like things are hectic with the bigger type of businesses that she and her sister currently work with at her agency. Like these are services that you all can offer right now, and it won't take you a long time to set up. It won't take you long. It's quick, right? The next service here are gift cards. And this is a really, really solid service here. And the thing is, we all know that businesses are losing revenue, right? And you can help them by selling gift cards via social media. Now, the idea here is for consumers to buy cards now and use later, okay? And some of them can use them right now, depending on, the type of setup the business has. And the reason why this is important is because it can provide an influx of cash into businesses' pockets, right? And this is why they will be very receptive, because it's like, would you rather business get some revenue coming in, or no revenue, or more revenue versus less revenue. So this is why they will be highly, highly receptive to this. You can help them advertise this as well, just like you can put the ad for different services in front of them on Facebook to drive more calls. You can do the same thing to advertise gift card services. You can sell this with existing, POS services like Square, and there's others that allow the business to sell online gift cards. A lot of them that have these POS systems don't even know it. And then you can do things like Messenger. So next week, we'll most likely be sharing with our community. We have a member of our community that's been doing some really cool things with Messenger and selling gift cards. So we'll touch on some of that next week. But these are things that you can actually provide right now, and can help them with it. So what about right now? That's the word of the day, right now. What about right now, immediate ROI service? What is a right now immediate? They're going to see ROI. We can do this right now. They'll say, yes, sign me up. Let's do this. What is the thing that we can come off this call and do right now? And service 6 is delivery services. All right. And this is an area that I want everyone to pay attention to. And, it's interesting. I was talking with Alicia, and we went to, it was WebinarCon. It was like 2 weeks ago, Alicia, we went to WebinarCon, and it was just an event about webinars. And it was like a lot of our members from our mastermind were there. But we got to talking about some of the things that we're doing to help restaurants. And she was just sharing some really cool stuff about delivery services. I was like, man, that is freaking awesome. It was much better than my ideas, right? So anyhow, I'm no expert in this area. So Alicia was going to share some things on delivery services. And Alicia, is it cool for me to pass the screen to you so you can do your thing?
We're going to pass it to Lorette in a minute, but what I'll just do is I'm just going to turn on the webcam, or just leave it right there, Jason. I'm just going to talk about the delivery services for a few minutes, and then we'll pass it to Lorette. So let me just bring kind of everybody up to speed on what we're doing and what we're talking about. So here's the thing, and you covered it so well, and all of our restaurants now are all the restaurants that we represent are closed for people to come in and dine in. So now they're, where it used to be, Jason, only like 20 to 30% of their income was derived from delivery. Now it's 100%. Like the shift that happened literally overnight for these restaurants. There's restaurants who are going to thrive and make a lot of money because they're set up properly, and there's restaurants that are going to close their doors and really be in a hard situation because they just don't know what to do. So what Lorette and I did last year, and I know that we've talked about this before and we talked about it last year, was that delivery really was booming and it was really growing. It was when one of our customers told Lorette that, when they had reached the $100,000 mark in income earned from delivery services, that we really started to pay attention. And in 2019, I had ordered over 100 deliveries of food. Now, some of that was like 3 meals in a day, but I travel a lot. So, and this was all over the US. And in every bag that I got, I'm a marketer, and every bag that I got, I looked to see if there was a coupon inviting me to a VIP club, which would make sense, right, Jason? Like, we think about these things. Or if there was, a coupon to come in on my birthday or to have a party. There was nothing. How many of you have ordered delivery before? Just give me a 1 in the chat box if you've ever ordered delivery before. Anybody ever ordered delivery before? Just a 1 if you've ordered. Okay, a lot of you. Great. So, all right. Now, Terrence says, who hasn't? Well, there's some people out there that hadn't before, but now where we're shifting to, everybody, is at some point going to have delivery during this home quarantine. But in 100 packages that I got, 100 delivery bags, not one coupon, not one VIP club invitation, nothing. And then when we asked our restaurant clients, they said they don't even get the contact details of who's ordering. It's just like order 2091 and what the person wants. Sometimes they don't even get the name of the person. It's just the order number. And restaurants, because they're not marketers, because you're not on their team yet, they have no clue about this. They're just fulfilling all these orders and not growing their database. The people aren't coming in the room. And when we started to do a little bit of research, we found an article that said that the majority of customers that order delivery from a restaurant, like the first time that they order from that restaurant, they're a new customer. So the majority of customers, it actually said the majority of customers that order from a restaurant using delivery, they're a first-time customer. So now the restaurant is not only gaining, a first-time customer that loves their food, but they're losing because they're not collecting their information. And this is when Lorette and I called Jason, and Jason said, well, that's why they need Contact Reach. So for all of you who have Contact Reach, you've got the right software to make this happen for restaurants with delivery. So Don said, ordered once or 100 times. It doesn't matter, but we've all ordered from restaurants before. And Stuart says, what's Lorette's last name? It's Lorette Little. Do you know Lorette, Stuart? But having delivery with your restaurant and then not building a database off of it, for us marketers, we're like, that's a sin. Right?
You're leaving money on the table.
And never has there ever been a time that's more important than right now to get restaurants on delivery. They need it. They need delivery right now. Some restaurants are already set up on it, but they're not maximizing it because, one, they're not set up on all the services that are available to them in their area. And some of the services are going to be pushed to their max. Lorette and I looked yesterday, and some restaurants that are right down the street, it's like 60
minutes for delivery.
Yeah, 60 to 75 minutes for delivery. So right now we know that this is going to be big for restaurants. And then we watch TV and we see that restaurants are closing their doors. They, because they can't have anybody dining in. And we're like, wait, make sure that you have the delivery option open, because our projection, and probably you guys could project the same thing as well, but if you turn on the news, what's your projection for where restaurant delivery is going to go? It has nowhere to go but up. Would you guys agree? Give me an agree if you.
Now,
you guys
before,
agree with that.
Alicia, for delivery, it used to account for about 20%, according to statistics, 20% of a restaurant's business. And now what has it changed to?
100%.
100%. Restaurants have to rely on delivery, curbside pickup, takeout. It's now 100% of their business. They have to adapt. If they don't adapt, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble. And for a lot of us that have restaurants as clients, this is a really big opportunity to help them to pivot, is to make sure that they're on all the delivery services that are in the area, and make sure that with every single bag that goes out, hang on one second, every single bag that goes out for delivery, that we make sure that information is there to get the customer's details.
Exactly.
Did you want to add anything to that, Lorette? So the problem is, as we see it now, is that
restaurants are not taking advantage of what is happening. Like I said, they have to adapt. So before, a lot of times restaurants, they did not want to use these third-party delivery services, places like Grubhub, Uber Eats, the ones that everybody's familiar with, because they take a percentage of every sale. They take, on average, about 30%. Now, yes, that is quite high, but they have to look at it as a lead generation strategy, and they're not taking advantage of it. They're not marketers like you are. You're a marketer, right? So how can you help these restaurants take advantage of all these new delivery clients that they're getting.
And Lorette, Jason's mentioned that a lot of the delivery services are waiving their fees right now.
They are. They're waiving their fees to businesses. Grubhub was the first one. And you know, if one does it, the other have to play along. I mean, or else they're going to look bad, right? So Grubhub started it and it's going to carry on. So they're waiving fees for those restaurants because they know they need it. They're also waiving fees for delivery. So if you've ordered from like Grubhub or whatever, they charge you usually like about $5 delivery fee, but they're waiving those for people as well. So they're really trying as much as they can to encourage people to do the delivery, encourage people for, you know, takeout and curbside pickup, and the restaurants have to adapt. Now, the problem is that many of these restaurants don't know how, right? They're not marketers. They don't know how to take advantage of all these new clients. They're not looking at as a lead source, right? They're looking at it as, oh gosh, this company, they're taking 30% of me. I hate them, right? But that's not how you have to look at it. And that's not how we look at it either. So with that in mind, you know, some of the ways that you can help a restaurant is first to help them get on these delivery services, right? So understanding what services are in that local area and helping them.
And posting on social media. Tell the story about the restaurant that made news for just posting that they have delivery.
Right. So as you know, the restaurants are, you know, there's no longer dine-in. So there was this one restaurant that posted pictures that that the dining room was empty. He has absolutely nobody. Income was zero. And then he's like, you know what? Let me say that I do takeout and curbside. He wasn't doing delivery yet, but it was takeout and curbside. And he posted it on social media and he got 60, he was in the news. He got 60 orders almost, and like he couldn't even handle what just happened. But just by posting on social media that he was now, you know, doing curbside and takeout.
Isn't that crazy? So you can definitely see that, you know, this is the time. And when we say this is the time, it's because we also put together a course called Restaurant Delivery. We put it together last year because I called Lorette and I'm like, restaurants are doing it wrong. We need to help them. But we shelved it because we're like, it's not the right time. You know,
We'll do it later.
We'll do it later. It's kind of weird that we said it wasn't the right time, or I don't know. But now there's no better time than right now to be talking about restaurant delivery, right?
So Sandy was asking, what is curbside? That's when you place the order. It's just like takeout, but instead of getting out of the car, they bring it to your car. That's the difference. Curbside pickup. So you don't ever get out of your car.
Ryan said, I never saw that course and I know all of your courses. It's because we never put it out.
Released it.
We talked to Jason about it last year and we just never released it. We just kept saying, I don't know if it's the right time to talk about it yet. I don't know. But now, as we saw our restaurants, we took some time to help our restaurant clients and help our students help the restaurant clients. And now, you know, after talking to Jason about it, he was like, our students need to see this too, because some of you guys have restaurant clients, and it's also a good opportunity to even get your foot in the door and talk to some restaurants to deliver value now when they need it the most.
Right. And so, you know, this will pass. We know this will pass. And who are they going to look for? They're going to look for the people that helped them, right, when they were down. You know, those that were offering that helping hand, that were giving, right? And that's going to be you. Remember, people are on social media like crazy right now. They're on social media all day because they're
all day,
home, right? So,
you know, in the news right before this call, it said, let me look back at my notes. It was like web browsing has increased 20%. I was like, only 20%? But they're like, people are on social media like crazy. The good thing for us marketers is that I've heard, because a lot of the big brands have taken their big campaigns off, like they're not running their big campaigns right now, that ad costs have decreased significantly for those of you that do run ads.
And some other local businesses who don't understand marketing have stopped with their social media. So like, well, you know, nobody's coming in, so let's stop. That's absolutely the wrong way.
It's a wrong thing to do.
No, you have to stay top of mind for all of these different businesses. You can't disappear.
Right.
So for example, we have a dentist, and the dentist is obviously closed, but we're still posting. We're posting jokes. We're posting pictures of the dentist with their dog sitting on the couch, like still things that are happening, because when their doors do open, we want to maintain the relationship, as well as letting the community know that, the dentist office is still here. She didn't disappear, right? So now is the time that they need to be on social media. And you, as having a digital agency, this is your time to shine as well.
Right. And I think for digital agency owners, it's not the time for you to not do anything or say, oh, well, it might be a bad time for prospecting, so I'm just not going to do anything in my agency. It's like, no, this is the time for you to aggressively reach out and see what you can do
to help.
Yeah, to help. And Jason gave some of those tips, like
Right.
how to help and different things that you can do. And now is also one of our mastermind members, Zach, mentioned this yesterday, and he said, now is the time to really, be active with your agency, because as soon as this passes, and it will pass, businesses are going to be looking for those agencies, right, that are going to be able to help them to get past this. So, if you're front of their mind, and when this passes, they're going to be looking for you, then, yeah, Ryan said you're staying top of mind. That's right. So, all right. So I would love to, Dean said it's all about staying top of mind. That's right. It really is all about staying top of mind. And that's so important right now. So you guys, listen, the other thing is, and I love that we learned these strategies here today. The other thing is not only staying top of mind, but also doing what we can do, because I know a lot of us feel helpless. We're watching the news, we're seeing, I think Ryan, was it Ryan or Sandy that were saying, like, a lot of your clients are closed right now. You're not sure what to do. You lost all your clients. So now is the time where we, as smart local marketers, need to step up to the plate and say, I'm not just going to sit here and not do anything. I'm going to do what I can do to help these local businesses. Because if I don't, can you imagine what we don't even want to imagine it, but can you imagine what the effects are going to be globally?
And so I was saying that I haven't lost any of my clients, my
Right.
local clients. I was very proactive before this really started getting out of hand. And I reached out to them, and I offered my, assistance as their partner, as their, I want to help you get through this. And we were very proactive in posting, the status of like their hours. We did some social awareness posts, like the whole washing your hands things. We also made sure that we did some humor and some motivation and enlightening things as well. So, from the beginning, just making sure that you're there with them as a partner and helping them. And even if you haven't reached out to them yet, it's not too late. Reach out to them and see how you can work together as partners and get through this.
And we can show them some of the things that we have for them to be able to see what they can do to be able to reach out and to offer this value. You ready to show some stuff? All right, so and we were chatting with Ryan about this right now, as we were talking about, we put together something last year for restaurant delivery, and what we did was we went back and we edited what we had put together, changed it up just a little bit to be so relevant to the times that we're in right now. And we're ready to show that to you guys so that you can have some tools, techniques, and strategies to really help the restaurants that you already service. And for those of you who don't service any of them, how you can be heroes in your local communities by finding restaurants that need your help and having the absolute only solution that they need right now. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see it? Give me 5 in the comments if you're ready. I need a high 5.
High five, high five.
High 5. Oh, high 5. All right, let me go ahead and share Lorette's screen. Here we go. I'm gonna change.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you need me to pass the
Yeah.
screen to you, or?
I want to change the presenter to Lorette. Can you see Lorette there? Let me change it really quickly.
Okay. I got it. Make her a presenter.
There we go, that worked. I'm just gonna mute my mic and you can turn on yours. We're sitting next to each other, by the way.
Cool. All right, and what are we sharing here? Can you give these good folks a little context here, please? Oh, I have an echo. What's that?
Got it? Good now?
Yep.
All right. So wait, say that again, Jason. What were you saying before the echo?
For the echo, I was saying, can you give these good folks on this call a little context? What context? What are we looking at here?
Yes. So as we said, we were putting together a program a while ago that we never launched. And so here it is, kind of revamped for the current situation that we're in. So this is our program called Restaurant Delivery. So it's focused on how to help these restaurants during this time of need as a marketer, because they are not doing what they need to be doing. As we said, that they are, they need to adapt. And by adapting, they have to understand how to take advantage of their delivery services, their takeout, and their curbside. And in order to do that, we put together this course. So I'm just going to kind of walk through it just so you have an overview of what is inside of it. Okay, so here we talk about the big picture, the challenges, what's going on, and why restaurants need to take heed. So that's kind of the big picture. This second section here, I go over how to find restaurants. And so this is, we have different strategies. One of them is Facebook, finding restaurants nearby, walk you through how to do that. We also go to the client meeting. So what we have in here is basically when you're talking to a potential restaurant, what do you talk about and what do you need from them? And we talk about in this training the importance of how they need to adapt with the situation and how they're going to do that. So that is with the client meeting. Now, the things that they have to remember is, one is to get on all the different delivery platforms. Now, you may be asking why. So there's different platforms. There's Uber Eats, there's Grubhub, there's all these different platforms. Now, it's their best interest to be on as many platforms as possible. Can anybody tell me why you want to be on all these different platforms? What do you think? Why should they be on as many platforms as possible?
Claudia said more reach.
More reach, yeah.
Jay Barr said leads, more reads. Barbara said better exposure.
Exactly.
Jerry said exposure.
Leads. Yeah, because, some people, so for example, Alicia uses Uber Eats. I use, Bite Squad, which is here. So with that in mind, she sticks with Uber Eats. I stick with Bite Squad.
I know, I just feel
that's her thing.
Right.
She gets special points and stuff like that. So, you're reaching different people on these different platforms.
And Terrence just said people have loyalty to different platforms.
Correct.
And Jerry said it's like additional advertising. And Frederick said not to be just dependent on one. Don said broader base. Ryan said more eyeballs. So everybody's got it.
Exactly. And another thing is with the surge in delivery, some of the platforms may be overwhelmed. So like we were looking at one right now that was a 60-minute wait time. I'm like, I'm not waiting for 60 minutes. Then you can go to another one and it says 30-minute wait time, right? So, people can sometimes switch from the different platforms as well. Now, as I said before, some of the restaurants before this all happened were hesitant to get on these different platforms because of the percentage that they take. But one of the things that we explain to the restaurants is the importance of what's in the bag, right? What's in the bag. Now, as we asked before, did you ask the question if they've ever?
Yeah. Oh, no, I did ask them to comment on it, but you can ask now.
So, we asked if you guys have ever ordered from takeout, and a lot of you said yes. Now, those of you that ordered takeout, how many has ever received something in the bag that was promotional, like, join our VIP program, or, save this coupon for free breadsticks on your next order? Have you ever received any type of incentive in your bag?
Right. I didn't ask people to say, but Lori said
one. You've received one, Lori. Was it something other than Domino's Pizza?
Other than pizza, because we know pizza, they got it on lock.
Right. So guys, comment in the comments, yes or no. Have you ever received one?
Never. Nope.
Never. Mike says no. Brian says never.
Never.
Claudia says never. Brenda says nope. The answers are either nope or never.
Nope or never.
Nope or never. It's true. They don't do it. Yeah.
So that's the missing piece, right? So now they have this surge of people that are getting delivery, getting takeout, getting curbside pickup, and they're gone with the wind, right? So like I said, Grubhub, for example, will give you John Smith ordered XYZ. They go deliver the order to John Smith and John Smith is gone. See you later. Like, you just had this lead coming to you and you let him go, right? So now what they need to do is they need to put something in that bag other than a plastic fork, right? The plastic fork's not going to bring them back. So they need to put something else in that bag to help, one, bring them back, and two, to help grow the database. I know that's really big with Jason, right? Is growing that database so that you can continue to market to the people, right? They're not doing that. We've done so many orders forever, but
I told them I did over 100.
Yeah, nothing, right? Other than the pizza places, pizzas usually do that. But, you know, some of them may include menus, with Carrie said that, but the menu is not incentivizing me for anything. It's showing me what's on there, but doesn't tell me that I get anything special. I don't get any discounts, coupons, freebies, anything, right? So in that bag, it's so important to have something to incentivize people and grow that database. Were you going to say something, Jason?
Yeah, I was just waiting for my entry because I'm chomping at the bit to come in. I was like, this is my lane. This is what we do. I think everyone on our call knows we preach a lot on customer data. But here's the thing though, like, I think there's two ways we should be thinking about this for everyone on this call. And the first way is, what is going to produce the immediate ROI right now? And we all know what Lisa and Loretta are going over are delivery services. I mean, they have to pivot. Now, a business can complain as much as they want that I don't want to give the 30 or 25, 30% away. But right now, that's very impactful because that's like the only option here. So then the next thing we need to be thinking about is what happens next? Because think about this. So we will come out of this mess, right? We will bounce back. Businesses will rebound, but there's going to be something lingering on their mind as to how much revenue they lost in areas that they didn't capitalize on and systems that they did not have in place in the event that people could not come into their business. And because of that, they lost so much revenue. So just like Lisa and Loretta already talked about, delivery services only will go up. The numbers will only increase. The uptake will only improve. So now that it's improving, now they're going to have to be in a position to capture that customer data. To me, I kind of look at it like the newer version of Groupon, as to, you know, when businesses started not liking Groupon because they took so much of a percentage, but it's like, no, the business was being neglectful because they were not capturing customer data. So everything that they're talking about here is so powerful, right? So you can help them right now with going and helping them get on these delivery services, because there's multiple. You can help them to put themselves in a position to avoid or offset if this occurrence was ever to happen again by way of communication. And when you marry the two, it just makes a really, really good opportunity for you to not only get a client right now, but also to have a long-term client. So that's why I wanted to bring you all on here today. And I really, really appreciate you going over this info. And like I was talking about just a few moments earlier, you know, Alicia and I were talking about this 2 weeks ago. And, you know, I've considered doing some training, some education on delivery services. And Alicia were like, we've been doing this. We put this together a long, long time ago, and we just only enhanced it. And I was like, well, it makes sense. So We do have something for you today. This isn't, some hard, arm twister type of a pitch or anything like that. So if it's okay, I'm going to take the screen really quick, Lorette, and then I'll give it back if you need it. I just want to share with folks what they can do to get access to what we have. So once I do that and share the screen, can you, I guess, just kind of go over what we have here once they go to this domain. So if you go to mylocalagency.co/delivery, we have something here for you. And this will help you with the delivery services that Elise and Lorette are talking about. I'll put it in the question box here, but don't pick it up. Don't pick it up right now until you enter the coupon code Jason Special, okay? Because if you do that and you don't enter the coupon code, you'll be donating money, and that's okay too. But if you could, you all just kind of quickly share. I know you've been sharing a little bit as to what this is, but I guess what are they going to find in here? Like, how's it going to help them to get business during this crisis right now?
Yeah, so what we're doing is that we're providing them with the training on how to talk to these local businesses, what you need to tell them, what's going to help these what do you need to do to help these local businesses, and also what's going to happen after, right? So that's really important. Is this? Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say that, some of the things that we give them, Jason, that are so valuable for them is that we give them all of these social media images. Talk a little bit about the social media images, Lorette.
Yeah, so as we said, that people are on social media, so you have to use social media in order to relay this message about the restaurants, what's happening with the restaurants. So we've created graphics that you can use. So for example, some of them say, call in your takeout order. That's an image that you can put on the restaurant's Facebook page for them, right? Telling people that, yes, call in for your takeout order. We've got some that tell them how to do curbside pickup. We've got ones that say, get it delivered, order to let today. Yes, we're open. Yes, we deliver. These types of images that they need to be posted on social media, right? So just like that example that we gave with the business that had 0 customers, and then he said, hey, I'm available for takeout, immediately got 60 orders. Like, businesses aren't doing that. I've been looking at some restaurant Facebook pages, and they may have one line saying, we have takeout, or we have delivery. I'm like, that's not enough, right? So you need to promote it. You need to market it. You need to do specials. You need to get the attention of the community so they know that you are available, right? We even created some Facebook covers. We've even created Facebook events, how you can put events around takeout, right? So you can say, an event, Fajita Friday on takeout, right?
And let me just interrupt you. I think one of the most important parts is what ties in with contact reach. So tell them a little bit about what ties in with Jason Bell's amazing contact reach.
Yeah. Right. So we talk about the importance of what goes in the bag, right? And so what we provided you with is some coupons that you can edit. So an editable coupon that you can put into the bag. And in the bag, in that coupon, what it says is it's directing people to join that VIP program. So join our VIP program by texting and get free breadsticks on your next carryout order, or whatever it is. So, we have a whole section on the insert and how to do the insert as well. And then we have different things as like optimizing the client's page. Like, a lot of people don't know on how to add a menu to a Facebook page, something so simple. I went to somebody's restaurant Facebook page, and it said, check the menu, go to our photo section, scroll down, you'll see it in the corner. It's like the red. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are they talking about? So, they don't know how to do it. So simple things like that. This is new territory for them, and this training, walks you through how to help them navigate this new territory that they're in.
Does that help, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess in addition to teaching the folks how to get clients by helping businesses get on delivery services. We're also going to help them monetize ongoing through building a VIP club and a customer database, which would equate to more recurring revenue. Is that a fair assessment?
Exactly. And, as you know, building that database is such a big deal because now they can send out messages saying, takeout special, curbside pickup special. And the most important message they can send out is when their doors are back open.
And the fact that we have the done for you images makes it just so much easier to get started today. So, and I just mean that in the sense of when you log into the package and you click on the social media images, there's so many things that you can use in there right away to post on a restaurant's page without you having to do any of the graphics. And there's also even prospecting videos that we created for ourselves that everybody will have access to, so that if you want to send a message to a restaurant in their Facebook inbox and you don't know what to say, even though we provide the scripts so you can send it as like an email or a message, a written message, we also provide what we call prospecting videos, these videos to to send right to the business owner. So I'm excited about that. Were you gonna say something else?
Well, I appreciate you all. I really do. And I think this is a really action-packed, very valuable call. And there's more for those that are still here. There's a ton of people on this call still. But I wanted to bring Alicia and Lorette on because this is a service that, in addition to the 5 other ideas and solutions I provided to you all to go and help a business, this is one that you can do right now that will produce an immediate ROI for them. If you just think about from the standpoint of a business is literally they have their hands in the air, they don't know what to do, and you can be the one that can say, here's how to navigate through this mess. Here's how to kind of wade your way through it so we can get that phone ringing, so we can get more orders going. And not only that, we're going to help the immediate, we're also going to help you to put yourself in a position to profit long term. Like, everyone should be doing this right now. And the thing I like about their program and what they've done is that you don't have to figure it out, right? Like, there's leverage in leveraging the knowledge and the time and expertise of others, and that's why I like it. So, this is I guess you can call it a soft pitch. Like, and I'm not ashamed of that, right? This is what you need. But when you enter that coupon code and you go to that domain, you will get a discount on it. Something else I want to share with you all. Can I share something else with you all? But I guess before I do that, did you have anything also, Alicia, Lorette? Because I wanted to share one thing with them really quick.
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, cool. You all got like 2 more minutes, a couple more minutes? Can I share something with you? Something I'm working on that ties into this. Is that cool? All right. So check this. Do you all remember, for those that have been in our community for a while, do you remember we did some trainings on the Total Town Takeover? Do you remember I had a community brand where we would build a list of cell phone numbers and we would send out massive text blasts, and we would charge $197 and $297 a blast, and then that evolved into having a community Facebook page in which we promoted offers from local businesses? Do y'all remember that? A lot of yeses. I do. Yeah, very cool. All right, awesome. No, a lot of yeses. All right, so right now, with everything we just talked about, right, as far as the state of panic, they need delivery services, they need customer assurance. There's a lot of things that businesses are just like, what the heck do I do? So what I'm working on, and hopefully some people have already beat me to this, is I think it's now time more than ever to build out a local directory and to help these businesses have a central place during this time, during this crisis, for consumers to be able to order from one set place. So if you see at the bottom here, we could have the business's menu, their direct phone number, and then to sign them up on multiple delivery services, whether it's Bite Squad or DoorDash or Uber Eats and Postmates. So now someone that is on social media or online and they're wondering like, where can I eat? What is open? Where do I go? There's a central location for you and us as consumers to be able to order from that business. And it's a good foot in the door for us as a marketer to be able to bring this value to a business to get their listing on as an easy foot in the door, which can lead to you charging them, whether it's for the delivery service component or an enhanced listing, or you get them on the listing for free. So I have strategies that I'm actually getting this built right now, and we're going to be going out in our local community just to give value. Like, our angle is giving value. But this is a way that you can reach out to a lot of businesses extremely fast and give a lot of value to them very, very quickly. So here's my arm twister. All right. So when you all pick up this, whenever I get this together, I'm going to be doing a training on this. And for those that pick up that right here, you're going to get the training and direction and my ideas and my approach on this. All right. But in order to get this, you want to go here. Is that cool? Is that cool? Let's see here. I'm working on a directory right now. We're going to have some cool brainstorming on. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. Some people are working on domains. Let's see, just did a free offering to my restaurant on my site. For those that are doing directory marketing, it's time. It's definitely time right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff. Let's see. What site builder are you using? Not telling. Excited. I have a directory. Where can I find the car pair? What's that mean? The car pair. Car pair? Yeah, it's in that and this. When you get this, you'll get all the info on this. That's how we're gonna roll, folks. All right. So I'm not saying a word. I'm just letting you know. I'll know who bought and who invested. So that is my hard pitch, which isn't really a pitch at all. So yeah, that's all I have, folks. So I'm excited. Hope you all are excited. Hope you got a lot of value out of this call. Next week for MLAM members, we'll be going over some new updates that we've made to our platform. And then we're going to continue the value train with restaurants and some other neat strategies. So I appreciate Lorette and Alicia coming on. I will tell you this before you leave. This is pre-sell, okay? And what that means is they're going to start getting the word out about this, and you will most likely see it on your journey on some of the emails of different marketers and consultants list you may be on. But I can guarantee it that the price will be much higher. So because they're my friends and I twisted their arm, I said, hook my community up, please. Give them a deal. They're awesome people. So you can get it now for cheap, or you can just get it later and pay more. It's totally up to you. So anyhow, this is all geared at helping you to thrive and succeed and having actionable strategies to go out and help your local community. So that's all I have. Any final words or parting thoughts, Alicia, Lorette? Because otherwise I am done, my friends.
We didn't know that you were doing that, Jason. So thanks for that. I think.
Yeah, no one did. Secret.
No one did. You probably didn't even know you were doing it until right before. You're like, you know what? You got a good idea. But no, I love it. It's a really good idea, and I appreciate you supporting what we're really trying to get out there, and that is that we can really help restaurants and grow our business at the same time and grow our goodwill. And unfortunately, there's never been a better time to work with restaurants on delivery than now. So thank you so much, and thank you for sharing all your strategies with your community. I was I was happy to be able to get a sneak peek inside and be invited in to the call today. So thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate it.
Hey, you're very welcome. We appreciate you all too. So thank you. And thank you everyone for coming on. Stay safe, stay well. And we'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you. Later.
Bye.